I'm going to talk to you about being an angry queer kid, because that is what I am. I spend so much time being angry and queer. I think you may have noticed that my boobs are here. They're things. They're definitely stuck to me. They're here to stay. I can't do anything about that. I cannot take a meat cleaver to my chest if I don't want to die. But at the same time, there are days where I seriously consider just performing surgery on myself because it seems just that much easier. That's something that makes me angry. I shouldn't have to consider that. I shouldn't have to consider maiming myself. I should be able to have that done professionally in a sterile environment. And that's fucking annoying, right? There have been a lot of videos on YouTube in the last few months about trans people and sex and gender and sexuality and all that fun stuff, and they're good. They're pretty good. The only problem is that it's encouraging this sort of, oh, trans people, how interesting. I am not here to be studied or learnt about. I just want you to leave me the fuck alone. It's not my job to educate you. It's no one's job to educate you but yourself. No one's going to teach you about other people and the boxes that they fit into or don't fit into. No one's going to teach you that. You have to work that out for yourself, and I think it's really annoying that people are being spoon-fed the same information about trans people and non-binary people and intersex people, and while yeah, I guess it's probably doing more good than it is doing harm, still pisses me off. I don't have to defend my emotions. I don't get to choose how I feel about things. If I'm upset about something, you can't say, well, you can't be upset about it, it's helping your cause. And I'm there like, well, yeah, I know it is. I'm still pissed off though, because I'm not something to be studied and picked apart and tried to understand me. I don't want you to understand me. I don't want you to understand how I feel, because I feel shitty most days. I feel like I want to take a meat cleaver to my chest. That's not something I want you to understand. That's not something I even feel that comfortable telling you. But I'm not the only one who feels that way. And that's always been the case for as long as humans have existed. It's just that now people are a little bit more willing to actually pay attention and listen when some straight, cis male tells you about it. When they don't have to deal with any of the hate that I get daily. You don't have to deal with the social stigma of being trans or non-binary or any of that shit. You don't have to deal with it, and so it is definitely not your place to be educating people on it. If cis people want to learn about trans people, I recommend they listen to trans people. Don't sit around and pat yourselves on the back for being so understanding and so caring and such a good ally. Such a good ally for the cause. Because it's bollocks. It's bollocks. Absolute shit. Because you won't listen to us. There are so many videos on YouTube that have explained this again and again. Every single one of them by trans people has not got more than 500 views. Hank Green comes along, oh, would you look at that, he's a fucking saviour for the masses. It's bullshit. Why won't you listen to us? You say that it's our job to educate you, and when we try, you just don't listen. You don't pay fucking attention. That is your problem. That's not our problem. We shouldn't have to educate you. The fact that these people have taken time out of their lives to explain their situations to you, and you have ignored them, and then you've gone on to say, I don't understand, and it's your job to educate me. It's not fucking fair. And you don't seem to realise that this is a fucking problem, and it's your problem to fix. It's not our choice to be this way. It is your choice to ignore us when we try and explain it to you. And that's the video. That's the fucking video. I really hope you fucking listened. I really hope you have. I don't know if you were expecting me to tell you all about sex and gender and romantic behaviour and sexual behaviour and that, because I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to fucking do it. I am not here for your education. I'm here for your entertainment, maybe. I'm here to shout at you when you fuck up. And I recognise that education's important. I know it's important. But there's education out there by trans people, for allies, fucking allies. No, the video's not over yet. I'm going to talk about allies. I'm going to talk about how fucked up in America allies have a week. They have a week to pat themselves on the back and say, good job us. We were not shitty people. And trans people get 1 day of remembrance in a couple of weeks' time. We get a day of remembrance. You get a week of celebration. That's fucked up. If you want to be a good ally to LGBT people, do not talk over us. Do not speak for trans people when you are not one yourself. Do not speak for gay people when you are not one yourself. You don't get the limelight. It's not about you. This is not the cis-hets helping LGBT people movement. It's the LGBT movement. And it's not yours to appropriate. It's not yours to talk over us. It's not yours. All we're asking you for is an endorsement. We don't want anything else from you because you never fucking listen. There are a lot of LGBT people who are willing to baby you, who are willing to sit you down and explain life to you. There are just as many LGBT people who say, no, fuck off. You're not entitled to that knowledge, and acting like you are is not going to endear you to us. So there you go. I might be hurting the cause. I might be alienating a lot of people right now. I do not give a fuck.